What's up? It's your boy RedX2213, also known as X Marks the Spot. I am here today with a new product from Brook Gaming. They have sent me out a Wingman converter, the FGC2, which I believe would be one of the greatest converters to use in fighting games. You will now have a converter that can use any controller or fight stick that you have, and you can use it on a PS5 or even PC. I'm going to show you how to update the firmware for it and what happens when it comes in a box. Pretty much comes in a box like this, and we're going to test it. We'll be testing it with this specific. So I have a Hori Soul Calibur 5 or 6. I believe this Soul Calibur 6. Xbox One stick. So I had this for a while. Obviously I've used it a couple of times for Xbox. I do have an Xbox One. And obviously I have PS5, so I can't use this on a PS5. I would personally be using this Brook converter for using my Xbox controller on PS5. Because I do not like the flappy L2R2s for the PS5 controllers. So I like to use Xbox, I like the way it feels, I like the analog stick motion. So this will be used a lot more for me for controller wise than for stick wise, because I have a lot of other sticks that I use. But this is not the only converter I've ever used throughout my entire Brook converter or using Brook's products before. I also have used the Xbox One, the PS3 to PS4. I also have the Dreamcast one as well. So I've used many of their products way before I've gotten this one. So they did send me this for free, but I'll be unbiased as possible as I can with this. And I hope you enjoy the review. Gameplay will be going up right after this, but I'm going to show you first how to update said converter and what you would need to do. Let's head to that right now. Once you get the Wingman FGC2, go to the website brookgaming.com and go to the downloads up here at the corner. You get here before you click on Wingman converter, and you'll find the FGC2. Go to web, click it, Brook update, and boom, now you're here. So what we're gonna do to pretty much update is follow directions. It's pretty simple. 2 little buttons on the side, boom, little clear buttons. Hold it and plug it in. Light up. A little pop-up will come up, say you want to connect. Hit the connect button. Find whatever updated firmware you need here, and you click the beta, which is the recent one, would be 1.147 beta, and you'll start it up. And then from there, simple, done. It'll update the firmware for you for more extraness. Once it's done, it'll tell you it's complete. Once it's completed, unplug it. Just like that, boom, it's done. Take it out right now. Set up the device. Once that finishes, it'll say that there's a new controller pretty much. And then we can move over to the console right after this. We're gonna turn on the PS5 real quick, all right? All right. So we have my PlayStation on, as you can see, and we're going to be using this Hori Soul Calibur stick for the Xbox One and 360 as the training dummy, as I like to call it. So we're going to use this stick just to see with the Wingman hooked up on the end of it, and we're going to plug it into the PlayStation. Let's see if it works. So we have the Wingman connected to the Xbox One stick. It is on, the light is working, and we're ready to rock. Everything's working, left, right, up, and down, you know what I mean? So let's boot up Fatal Fury real quick, and we're going to training mode just to test some stuff to make sure all the buttons is laid out. Let's see if we get it. A little undershoot it. Let's try Street Fighter 6. All right. Let's go. All right, perfect. I can do pretty much all the basic stuff I would usually do, and it works with no problem. I will be honest though, compared to when I was playing Fatal Fury, I feel like it works better for Street Fighter than it does for Fatal Fury. But I mean, if you can make it work, maybe it's just me because this stick, I haven't played on this stick in particularly a long time, so I have to get readjusted to the way that it works. But in most cases, you can do basic stuff on here and it works pretty well. So, but I'm gonna give you my honest review at the end of it. So, hope you enjoyed the quick little gameplay I had for Fatal Fury and Street Fighter, just to give you a little taste of what it might be. You know what I mean? And I'm out. I just finished using the Wingman converter FGC2. I will say this converter gives us an ease of access for using any controller that you have, preferably an older PS3 controller or stick, or even an Xbox controller or stick on PS5, and for the PC, depending on to get around the X input situation with certain games on Steam and things like that. So this will help with that at least. I will section off each thing that I feel as 10 out of 10 for ease of access and ease of use. Now this thing is really simple to use for firmware updates and getting straight to the point, and also to just plug it in and play pretty much. So I would give it that. Now the downside that I do have with it, for me personally, is the difference between me playing Fatal Fury and Street Fighter with it. Like I said, it may have just been me, and I haven't used that stick in forever, the Soul Calibur stick, and I gotta get used to that again. I will say there is a bit of a difference. It feels way smoother using on Street Fighter than it did on Fatal Fury, but to each his own. It just might be my inputs being ass, and I'm just ass at inputting on certain things. Overall, I will say definitely get this. I'm pretty sure this verb will run you like at least $60, I believe. You'll probably be able to find it on their actual shop, and also on Amazon if you are on Amazon as well. In most cases, this is an easier way to not waste a lot of money on a stick. And if you don't have a lot of money, I know times are very hard, and this is a really simple way to get right into the game, right into the action, especially if you are an FGC member or you play a lot of fighting games and you have an older stick that you do not want to get rid of. It's your old trusty. It's hard to put your good stick away. I understand. I have many good sticks, including the QR Fury. I'm not gonna get into it. But I have a lot of good sticks that I like, and some of them I can't use on a console that I may have. So this would be a good alternative for you to use it on anything you would like, especially the PS5. Especially if you are going to tournaments, and if you do have a PS5 or your friend has a PS5 and you specifically play on PC, this would be an easier way to just hook your stick right up to their PS5, play at the crib, and have fun. Even at locals, at tourneys, all that is acceptable. As long as you update the firmware, you're pretty good, and it's good to go. But overall, I'll give it like 8.5. That's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you next time when I review this bad boy right here. I believe it's called a Sniper. The Sniper 2 actually. So with this, we'll see how this works. We'll get into that next time, okay? I'm out this joint. Peace. I'll catch you next time.